Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Greg McCloskey from ForexLive.com. This is the Kickstart video. In the Kickstart video, I take a look at three of the major currency pairs: Euro versus US dollar versus yen, and sterling versus US dollar from a technical perspective. Traders are back from the stock market and bond market holiday yesterday after the Martin Luther King Day holiday. Also, some may say it was an inauguration holiday as well, as we have a new president in the United States. Lots of stuff going on from that perspective. Stocks are higher, yields are lower, and the dollar is, well, we'll talk about that in this video, so let's get started. In trading yesterday in the euro versus US dollar, we saw a sharp move to the upside here off of the all the headlines coming out of Washington sending the euro versus US dollar above this swing area right through here. This is the key level that we needed to get above and stay above for the buyers to take more control. And as you can see, when the price moved above that level and above the 38.2% retracement of this move to the downside from the December high to the January low, the momentum extended and sent the price all the way through the 50% retracement of the same move down at 1.04028. Now you see this little red line right here that comes in at 1.04053, and that happens to correspond with another 50% retracement. This is off the daily chart, and it's of the move up from the 2022 low to the 2023 high. The 50% retracement comes in at 1.0505. So that 104.02 to 05 level is a key level, and you can see that we moved above it, and then we tried to stay below it toward the end of the day before rotating back to the upside, and we tried to stay above it in the Asian session too, but also fell below that level. And here we are finding willing sellers against 50% retracements levels as well in trading here today, and that pushed the price back to the downside here for the euro versus US dollar. That move to the downside has returned back to this swing area where we again found support buyers near the high of the swing area. That swing area goes between 1.0332 and 1.0343. So some things are happening. One, the 50% levels, although broken on a couple occasions over the last 24 hours, has reestablished resistance against that area. So be aware of this 104.02 to 104.05 level. Also on the downside, watch the broken 38.2% retracement in this swing area here as key support, and that so far is holding. If we do go below that level, then we look toward the 100-hour moving average and 200-hour moving average on the downsides again as support targets. Let's take a look at the dollar versus yen next. And on the dollar versus yen in trading yesterday, we saw first the 100-hour moving average find resistance. Sellers not once but twice, 1-2 right here, pushed to the downside. And in the Asian session, we had a volatile price action with the price moving back up toward that 100-hour moving average here. Also against this swing area here between 1.155.94 and 156.22. Found willing sellers against that level, keeping the bias more to the downside. The price action did take the price below the 38.2% retracement. That's of the move up from the December low right here to the January high. That 38.2% retracement held in trading on Friday's trade, and also you could say on Thursday as well. But in this case, we moved below that level, should open the door for further downside momentum, but that was not to be. Instead, the price re-established support against 38.2% retracement, moved back above the 200-bar moving average of the 4-hour chart, and move it back toward this swing area toward the 100-hour moving average, where we open up U.S. trading here today. If the buyers are to take more control, we need to get above the 156.219 level, and then we'll look toward the 200-hour moving average, maybe this swing area as well. It's a couple levels around that level area here. But the 200-hour moving average and the 100-bar moving average of the 4-hour chart are more important levels on the top side. Conversely, if we do stay below this level, then the battle is on between this swing area right through here and probably the 38.2% retracement level is a key level, with the 200-bar moving average a potential support target as well. Finally, let's take a look at the sterling versus US dollar. And as we saw in currency pairs like the euro, we did make a break to the upside in trading yesterday, and that move to the upside got the price above this swing area through here, and also the 200-hour moving average. That was more bullish, and we saw the customary momentum to the upside. However, the corrective move to the downside did come back down to the swing area, and it once again found support buyers against that area, not only here and here, but in the early Asian session and trade here today. On the top side, we did find resistance sellers. This is just of this move to the downside. This is the baby move. This is a January trading range. And the 38.2% retracement was the minimum that we need to get above. And we got above it not once, but twice, but not much momentum on that break. As you can see, it fell short of the 100 bar moving average, which hasn't been broken since going back to mid-December. So that was a disappointment, and we started to see the rotation back to the downside in trading. I guess this is not 38.2, this is 50% retracement. And that move to the downside came down to the swing area and came down to the and fell below those levels, and also is now testing the 100 and 200 hour moving averages. That's going to be the key barometer for trading here today. If we can continue to hold support right here, we have a potential to see a rotation back toward that 38.2% retracement. This is a real one. If we get above that level, then we start to look back toward the 50% retracement level of this last move to the downside. So if we break below this level, it opens the door for further downside momentum in the sterling versus US dollar. So key level to start the day in the US session being tested for the sterling versus US dollar. So there you have it, a look at three of the major currency pairs. My name is Greg McCloskey. Good fortune to trading. Bye-bye now.